what you got for me. Bring it on back, what you got. Bring it on back, what you got for me. You know I need mine on time. Bring it on back, what you got for me. Bring it on back, what you got. Bring it on back, what you got for me. Mine's on time. A foreign whip drop on the foreign bitch smashing my city when you.
Thank y'all for tuning in to G-Sportz. Who that? We 2-4. Great win last Thursday against the Falcons, our division rival. We played a hell of a game. I was very impressed with our team, and I knew that we were going to come to play against a team like the Falcons because we couldn't let the people come in our dome and win and put us 1-5 on the season. So, way to keep our season alive. Got to start with talking about Drew Brees, you know. I mean, it is what it is. He was 30 for 39, 112 yards, 1 touchdown, and most importantly, no interceptions. I mean, he took care of the ball real good the whole night. I mean, our running game wasn't really up to par like I wanted it to be. Mark Ingram, 20 carries for 46 yards, 2.3 yards a carry. That's pretty pathetic. And he did get in the end zone 2 times and show y'all the situation on the goal line. And Ben Watson, I mean, prove me wrong. What I said about him and Josh Hill last week, I said we don't have no legitimate tight ends. We don't have no starting tight ends. We have mediocre tight ends that's complimentary. And look what Ben Watson do. Go had a game is like 10 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. Way to go, Ben Watson. Keep proving me wrong. I don't mind when you prove me wrong because the first 4-5 games of the season, you looked at like you wasn't the answer at tight end. But the last game, I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody let you watch one of my segments. I don't know what happened. But keep on balling, big fella. Keep on turning back the clock. And I think that what Sean Payton need to do, which I know he probably ain't going to do, because we got so much invested in Mark Ingram, and he was our first round pick. I think Kyle Robinson need to get the bulk of the carries. Kyle Robinson looks like he hits the hole better. He looks more explosive than Mark Ingram. He looks more patient than Mark Ingram. I'm not saying Mark Ingram shouldn't get a lot of carries. I just think Kyle Robinson should get the bulk of the carry. That's just my opinion. The defense. I got to talk about Daniel Ellaby. Daniel Ellaby led the team in 14 tackles, and he had a key strip fumble. I think it was in the second quarter on Tevin Coleman when it was about to go down and score. That was a key point in the game, and I think that changed the complexion of the game and turned it into our favor and gave us a lot of momentum going into halftime. Even though I think Daniel Ellaby, you need to lose a little weight, son. You look like your belly hanging over your pants. You need to lose about 8 to 10 pounds. But you played good, though. You played good. I don't know if that having that hip surgery kept you from staying in shape or whatnot, but you need to lose a little weight. Because I know you have the ability to be a very athletic linebacker, to be all over the field because of your days when you was with the Ravens. Our kicker, Hawker, 1 for 3. I'm so glad Sean Payton cut him. I'm just trying to figure out what took him so long. He should have been cut right after the game was over. I don't know what took Sean Payton so long to cut him, but we let him go. We just signed Forbith, kicker that used to kick for the Redskins. He has an 87% kicking percentage on his career, so hopefully he can come in and give us some assurance at the kicking, with our kicking game. We play the Colts Sunday. It's gonna be tough to go in there and beat them people. Even though I think that we got a good shot to go in there and beat them because number one, their offensive line is very, very suspect, and Andrew Luck has been sacked the most out of everybody in the NFL right now. Their defense is not really that good. I think that we can go down there and score a lot of points on them. And I ultimately think it's going to end up being a shootout. I think that we can really go down there and beat these people, though. If we play the way we've been playing last week against the Falcons. Because Sean Payton is like, it's like you bipolar with your play calling. You know, one week you're calling good plays, you're being creative, you're getting your playmakers involved, you're making us more successful to be good in the pass game and with the run game, even though our run game wasn't that good, but you kept them honest by giving Mark Ingram 20 carries. I think that's why our passing game did so good. Then other games you just come and you be so predictable. So, and when we on the road Sunday against Indy, you have to be really creative and call a game like you did against the Falcons. Keep this team all balanced. Don't give them no confidence. And I think we can go and get this victory and go into the next week 3-4. And that's going to make our season look very, very promising if we can go ahead and do this. I think there's a Saints, if they take this season one game at a time, we have a good shot to try to sneak in this playoffs. And I know it's early and a lot has to happen, but I'm optimistic. You know, like I always say, you know, as a fan in me, I'm very optimistic about my team. I know we have the potential to be one of the better teams in the NFL. We just got to put it on the field and display it, man. But shout out to my Saints. My week went pretty good after we won that game Thursday. Hopefully we can win Sunday and I can have another good week. Y'all let me know what y'all think about our performance against the Falcons. And do y'all think we can go into Indy and steal this victory and get a little momentum going into the rest of the season? Let me know what y'all think, man. It's G-Sportz. A lot of people saying Seattle defense fell off. A lot of people saying Seattle defense won't be dominant no more like they used to be. Me and my friends are talking about it, and I told them, y'all done lost y'all doggone mind if y'all think this team and that defense is not still capable of being dominant. The whole thing with Seattle right now, I just think they're going through a little adjustment for as, you know, losing their defensive coordinator Dan O'Quinn to the Falcons. I think that's, you know, making a difference on their defense right now. You know, Cam Chancellor set out all the training camp in the first couple games of the season. And then, you know, had a couple of miscommunication problems on the back end. And that's all normal and stuff. But here's what I think the major problem is with Seattle. The major problem is they run that cloud cover 3 coverage. You know, they run it a little different. They cover 3 different than most teams. And they keep everything underneath. And they swarm to the ball. And they've been running it for the last 3 years, and it's been working. And they rush the passer better than anybody in the NFL. But here's the thing: what's making Seattle defense a little suspect this year, in my mind, is they're running the same scheme, the same exact way every year. You know, in the NFL, you can't just keep running the same thing over and over and over. Teams are gonna start catching on. They're gonna watch film on other games that y'all have lost and copy what that team did to beat y'all. It's a copycat league. That's how I go. That's what makes Belichick and New England Patriots so good, because they change their scheme for each team they play. Every year they change their game plans and how they go about attacking teams on the defense and the offensive side of the ball. That's what makes Belichick a guru. You can't run the same scheme and the same type of plays on these NFL teams every year. This is not high school like John Curtis or the Evangelists of the world, where you can just run the same thing over and over and get away with it. And I think that's what Seattle's problem is. So Pete Carroll's going to have to get down to changing a couple things around. Not too much, just changing a few things around in their defense. You know, and one thing they need to start doing is moving Sherman around on the field, on the right side, left side, wherever, in the slot, wherever. He needs to move around. Now, I'm not saying Sherman is capable of defending people in the slot, but I just think they need to do different things on the defensive side of the ball to make teams that have to prepare for them in different ways. Because if they keep running the same scheme, the exact same way, teams are going to keep beating them like they've been doing throughout this season. And real talk, they're really supposed to be 1-5 if the referee wouldn't have blown that call on Monday Night Football against Detroit. But I don't think this team has fell off, especially their defense. I just think they're going to have to just get back to the drawing board and concentrate more and get their communication on point, especially on the back end. And I think they'll be fine. I think they might sneak into the playoffs. I hope they don't, because I really don't like them. But I don't think this defense is finished. I think this defense has a lot left in them. They have a lot of great players, and I think they're still capable of being dominant. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this defense. Y'all think this defense about to fall off? Or y'all just think they had a few bad games and they'll be back being dominant soon? I got to acknowledge this beast. And I'm not talking about a male. I'm talking about this female, Maya Moore. Maya Moore just won her 3rd WNBA championship. This lady is probably about to go down as one of the best, if not the best, WNBA player in the history of the game. Even though I know a lot of people say Diana Taurasi, but I'm going to go with Maya Moore. She is one of the most winningest female athletes, all male athletes, that I've ever witnessed in my era. She had 2 undefeated seasons at UConn. Most prolific winner in NCAA history. She won 150 games, 4 losses. She won a state high school championship. She was the player of the year in the WNBA. She won a championship in China in 2014. She averaged 23 points and 8 rebounds this year, and I think 4 assists. And she's probably going to play another, 7 to 8 years of being dominant. I think she's going to probably win about 3 more rings. And what makes Maya Moore even more likable to me She's so humble. When you listen to her in interviews, she talks like she's not even the best player in the world. She talks like she's just a role player on the team, and that's what I really like about her. But she's been winning all her life, and I've been watching her since she was a freshman at UConn. She won a national championship as a freshman, led the team to that national championship victory that year as a freshman at UConn, and that's tough to do. I just love what she's doing in the WNBA. I think more people need to pay attention to her, and the world need to give her a little more recognition of what she's doing and the legacy she has created for herself throughout her career in the WNBA. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Mayamoto, because I think she gotta be, in my mind right now, she's like top 10. I'm talking about all-time athlete, far as like winning and scoring and MVPs, all of that. I gotta give her like top 10 athlete, male or female, all time right now. Top 10. And that could change in the next 2 or 3 years if she keep doing what she's doing. I think she could end up being a top 5, top 3 athlete all time, male or female. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think I'm being a prisoner of the moment? Or y'all think she deserves to be considered as a top 10 athlete of all time, male or female? Let me know what y'all think. I gotta give a quick shout out to my alumni, H.L. Bourgeois High School down here in Homer, Louisiana. They are to one of the best starts that I can remember in our history of football. They 5-2 right now. They just lost last Friday to Thibodeau High. It was a great game. The score don't really, you know, show you how close that game really was. It kind of got away from them at the end, and Thibodeau ended up prevailing. And they take on Destrehan Friday night at home. And they're going to be honoring the late Jawan Dawson, who got killed in a boating accident a few months ago. They're going to be honoring him and his mom and his family. So that's going to be a nice tribute tomorrow down there at Tomby Stadium down here in Homer. I'm probably going to attend the game and check it out. And then I kind of want to see Destrehan, who is the best team in the district, take on HL and see how HL going to feel against them. And let me put y'all on notice about a player down here in Homer, Louisiana. If y'all don't know about him, y'all need to start paying attention to him and either go try to catch a game. Jules LeCompte, the quarterback for H.L. Bourgeois, junior quarterback. He the real deal, you hear me? And any college coaches out there don't know about him, y'all need to get on notice. This guy can play. He a baller. He can put a team on his back. Now, I don't think he can play quarterback at the next level, but I think he could play in a slot. And he could be like a Cole Beasley or like a little Wes Walker. If you think I'm lying, go look at his huddle. Jules LeCompte, H.L. Bourgeois High School, junior. He a baller. Check him out. HLB, baby. Bleed blue.